Hey guys, this is the Sports Network HD, and this is a new channel starting with my friend. We're both Xbox gamers, and I will leave our gamer tags down in the description. What we want to do is basically bring you guys news as well as discuss certain topics and features of, EA games, games like that. And we also want to bring you, sporting news, want to discuss things with you, etc. Today I will be discussing a new feature in NHL 14 called Live the Life. What it basically entails is that it's an upgraded version of the classic via Pro mode. You are able to interact with teammates outside the rink, take part in media interviews, earn endorsements, and have a relationship with fans, teammates, family, and team management. These factors will influence your skills, progression, and performance. This mode, in my opinion, will be better than be a pro mode because you live in the shoes of your superstar. It's more than just playing games. You are now basically a part of the game and you can interact with different aspects of it, which is different from NHL 13 because you don't just receive your input from your GM saying, oh, way to win this or that award, oh, way to win the Stanley Cup, congratulations, and the boring injury updates from your team, and as well as the only input you're able to give is requesting a trade. But you can give input such as interviews or certain situations that come up, which will mold and shape your pro into who he is. And some of these parts kind of remind me of the NBA 2K series, which I will also bring up at times during this video how I can relate them. So as you can see here, this says, is it a relief to get that first goal in the NHL? And this is a post-game interview just like they have them in NBA. So the thing I like about this is your teammates' chemistry and stuff. Your attributes and just certain core things depend on these type of situations. Is it a relief to get that first goal in the NHL? There's going to be some good options here. There's going to be some bad options. You're going to have to decide. Sometimes you're not going to get the best of answers or maybe one that you want, but you gotta pick the best one, and you can come off as you know a good guy and your teammates will like you, or you can come off as a bad guy. It really just depends on you. This is the likability summary screen, and basically what it is if you play well on the ice, you're going to get a good likability. And the higher your likability, the greater chance of endorsement you'll have, and they allow you to get extra cash. And according to EA, allow you to get cool looking images for the trophy case, which sounds interesting. Um, Basically, these meters go from negative 100 to positive 100, and they will produce consequences that are good or bad based on if it's negative 100 or positive 100. Basically, the fan likability is your relationship with the fans of your team and the fans of the league. A high fan likability meter will increase your chances of receiving high quality endorsements. On the ice, fans will cheer you on and may even notice the flash of the cameras when you touch the puck. A low likability will have them boo you locally and around the league. If your likability is low enough, you will probably be traded. Teammate likability is increase your chances of your teammates inviting you to these parties or whatever. If they like you enough, you might become like the captain. Age, player rating, and management plays into these decisions as well. Management will also have a say in who becomes the captain. Players with a low teammate likability will be presented with fewer off-ice events. Your teammates will ask you out few times, and if it's really low, teammates may stop passing you the puck when you call for it, which is not good. We don't like that. Management likability defines your relationship with the GM and coaching staff. If they like you, it's harder to be demoted to the minors, and it's easier to get to the NHL. And as you develop to a pro, a high management likability rating can award you with other incentives, such as earning captain. A low management likability makes it harder to progress in the NHL and makes it easier to be demoted. So, if your management likability meter is low enough, you can be put on the trade block and potentially move to a new team. You also have a family likability, and it can either have a positive or negative effect on your on-ice performance. Another thing is, for you people who like to be rude etc., and just like to make it hard on yourselves. Your on-ice performance modifier gives you um leeway to act not professional. The more you act like Wayne Gretzky, the more the fans and the teammates, management, and your family will be willing to put up with you as a liability, which is very good for all you guys who don't like to be a nice guy. You like to just be ruthless because you are all that. So, one of the last things I'm going to get to is this endorsement opportunity. Um, your team hates the denim, everyone hates the denim, but the logical person is going to say, no, I do not want the denim because that's going to ruin my reputation. But for some reason, there is an option that does say, yes, I'll take the money and I'll endorse the denim. Which, for a reason that makes me believe that there's something you can do with the money, because the logical person's going to say, no, that's just going to, make my teammates hate me worse, etc. That makes me think in NBA you can buy skill points with the money as well as skill moves like a 360 dunk. So just thinking about that, I mean, you might be able to buy XP. You could also buy like a night out bowling in NBA. You might be able to, night out with the boys. You could buy them a round of drinks or whatever. But another thing I'm going to get to is the release date for the demo, which I think is going to be on the 20th, honestly, of August, because that's 3 weeks before, and that's what EA has been known to do the past few years. So 20th of August, look for it. Another thing is the pre-order. The pre-order at all of these places. At GameStop, you get the EA Sports Ultimate Pass, it's called, which I'm pretty sure is the Hockey Ultimate Team Pass, the gold pack for like 8 weeks. You get the Bauer Boost Pack, like you always do for Be a Pro, and yeah, and for Amazon.com, you get the CCM Player Pack, and for Best Buy, you get the Easton Player Pack. So I think GameStop's the best as usual, but that's just me. And guys, remember to like, subscribe, comment. I could I really need your feedback. Um, Thank you guys for watching, and have a good day.